Yo, what up, man? Chris, I'm about checking back in, man, back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button, that subscribe button, your way in. I appreciate all the support right here. I am watching Mook and Arsonal, you know what I'm saying, on the pay-per-view. I'm watching it on the pay-per-view right now. I'm in the third round, man, and Arsonal is losing the third round. Let me read to you what the chat is saying about Arsonal's third round. You know what I'm saying? Let me just show you. Look at what the chat is saying about Arsonal's third round. You got Corny, you got Lame. What else you got? Lame, Mook 3-0. What else are they saying? What else? Let's see. We'll get to it. Trash, Boo. Arsonal made a mistake in this battle. I don't really know if it's kind of hard you don't really know how your rounds are going to go. You just write your rounds, and where you place your rounds sometimes is really important. So I think this completely messed Ars up in this battle completely. So let's just go through it. Round one, Mook is so brilliant, bro. Like, he really that nigga in battle round. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. To me, he's better than Lux. That's just me personally. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, Lux won one of the battles, and then Mook won a battle, and all this kind of stuff. And but to me, like, I just prefer Mook's style more than I prefer Lux, even though I realize Lux is a GOAT, but I personally like Mook more. But he starts the first round, he addresses the police stuff, raiding his house, that whole thing. He addresses that. It was a very smart angle to address. You kind of know Ars is going to talk about it. You immediately address it, everything, but he addressed it from a different point of view. Like, yo, you're talking about how bad my house is, but you're not addressing that police be violating niggas, coming in their house, turning off the body cam, really violating, putting them under arrest, beating them up, doing all kind of crazy shit. I was just trying to make sure that we was at least good. Fuck what my house look or whatever. Very good way to approach that. And then he tried to flip it and say you didn't really care about how police treat niggas because your best friend is a cop in L Wisdom, basically saying you be hanging around niggas like that. How are you a Crip but you hang around with a cop? You know what I'm saying? And how are you this nigga that's in the street and this gang nigga and this and this, but you hang around a cop? So he flipped that whole thing on him about that. He talked about Ars being a slave for 12 years to like battle rap and everything like that, and how, you know, he's basically been trying to change the game, and, you know, how he's getting percentage of the pay-per-view with this whole particular situation that he's on right now. What else? He talked about the respect that he get from his bars and the disrespect that Ars gets. Like, Ars is known for disrespect, but he's known for respect. He touched on that very briefly. Got into like a little Detroit bag a little bit.
Get your bottle popped. If I was shotgun Suge, I would have knocked you out. When I heard how they did y'all niggas out in Watts, I was shocked. I heard they went inside his pockets and took him out his watch. And you was out of pocket, sat inside the car and watched. Had your bucket low like fuck it though. Looking at Suge like I can't do nothing, bro. I heard they turned that nigga to a stripper. Didn't even have to up a pole. Heard they turned that nigga to... Talk to this nigga, man.
Ars come back in the round one. Ars was rapping good in the first round, bro. I'm not gonna even hold you. Like, he was rapping good. He talked about, you know, you live poor. That's what gets into the apartment stuff and the raid. You live in poor, so, you know, you live like you in a studio, and I live in a studio, but our studios are different. Basically saying your house is a studio, while I live in a studio to record. You live in a studio to actually live. He talked about him not really doing nothing for battle rap, not really giving people shots and everything like that. You already 1-0 in foots because we already seen you smoke foots. You remember he was smoking a cigarette from a foot or whatever.
I'm here to snatch every bit of confidence from your consciousness. You try to convince the world your accomplishments. I'm your consequence. What's done behind closed doors is discreet. Mook, that's common sense. Police called to your house because it was bruises on your daughter that came from her father's fist. And it ain't a lioness. Naisha called them crackers and you wiped the bitch. Ever since Remy cheated on Pat Post, these bitches doing all types of shit. I came to rap and bring the facts back. I raised the stock knowing only thing that can down Jones is the NASDAQ. The strap black. I'm packing a Mac in the back of a hatchback. LV backpack, 21 gun salute. I'm finna blackjack.
He rapped a little too long. I'm not going to hold you. It started to kind of get a little bit filler towards the end, even though he was rapping really, really good. You can't rap as long as Mook and it still be good, in my opinion. Like, Mook has the ability to rap long and you kind of be intrigued in it. He has a nostalgia about him that other people don't. That's why him and Lux can rap long time, and you like kind of be like in awe of what they're saying and grasping every word and making sure you understand this, and this. Where another nigga can rap the same 8 minutes and you'll be like, man, time. Like that's the ability Mook and Lux have over other niggas. They can rap long times but still keep you engaged. So Ars raps damn near as long as Mook, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of got a little bit filler at the end. I gave Mook the first round. Second round, I thought Mook his round wasn't as good as his first. He really talked a lot about how you're kind of known for the disrespect, but I'm known for my bars. But I'm known for what I say and you're known for what not to say. Basically saying that we're not the same. Like people actually want to hear what I say, but people are actually shocked at the things you say. And that's what you're known for.
Second, you obtain some fame off saying the things that no rapper should. My name became synonymous with the game for saying things no other rapper could. Nigga, let's be honest. They credit you for disrespect, never for rhyming. You got your props off shock. I stayed current from being electrifying.
He was talking about all the females that beat Ars, talking about you created a Me Too movement in battle rap with all the females that was whipping his ass and all this kind of stuff. Round 2, Ars was cooking though. He was in his bag, you know. Even though I thought Mook had a good second round, not as good as his first. I'm fucking with Ars shit.
Nowadays they hate different. You can't talk to me like Rock. I'm way different. I ain't gonna lie. You was the motherfucking man back then. Today's different. Like Burner with the cookie brand. I love giving niggas they flowers while they living. But you ain't gotta get real flowers. My resume tall as cell towers. Why can't I binge watch your career in a maximum 12 hours? Fuck your dirty laundry. You smell ours. You pussy. And I'ma keep on pressing your buttons like jail showers. I'm from Jersey. I got bitches that's naughty. Kid Casher told me it took art to write this. Well, I'm flipping that shortly. Randy elope now? It's a glitch in that story. When an author write this, y'all gonna understand why T-Rex started cripping at 40.
I'm not gonna even lie. Stuff he was saying in the second round, pockets he was getting into, stuff he was saying. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was cool, but he choked.
And all them, when the feds start to question y'all. Let me run it back. Question, dog.
I say,
Cut it out. When the feds get the question off. Shit.
And he probably could have stopped. Like, Mook's second round is shorter than his first. So I thought he left the door open. Like he kind of gave Ars like about an 8 or 9 minute first round, and then the second round he gave him probably like a 4 or 5 minute second round. And I thought if Ars was smart, he would have just jersey out of his rounds when he fucked up, because he was just rapping a long time too. He was rapping longer than Mook, but it was actually pretty good. I thought he might be winning the second round, so I'm like, okay, 1-1 going into the third. He chokes, and I'm just like, you should have just ended your round, bro. You had already given enough material, but then you choke, and you choke, and Mook immediately go, hey, yo. And he starts trying to rap, and Ars don't want him to rap and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, you choking around, you definitely lose that round. So the only round Ars would have won was round 2, and he choked in that round, so he don't win round 2. The third round, Living Proof bar, talking about proof or whatever. That was a nice bar. He talked about you're protected by Eminem, you know what I'm saying? But you're also protected by another Eminem and Murda Mook and Marshall Mathers. That was a nice little flip. He talked about why Arsonal wants to battle him and Lux, because he wanted to be on Mount Rushmore, but he was never really in the Mount Rushmore category with them. People don't mention him like they mention Mook and Lux and all this kind of people. I don't completely agree with that. I do feel like Ars is a Mount Rushmore candidate, but I'm not gonna lie, Mook set that shit up kind of fire. I'm not gonna even hold you.
Only reason you really wanted to battle me and Lux was to be in the GOAT conversation. It's poetic though. His career beginning and finish with 2 Harlem natives. Now, if you read what's in between, what it spell out is kind of crazy. The H started and ended Ars. Now that's harsh, ain't it? I got a nickel plated sitting next to a plate of nickels on the kitchen table. If you want something off me, hold your horses. I'ma get you stable. So the fuck what? So this nigga can't fuck with me, man. So all that rapping fast, man. So the fuck what? I ain't drop an album and go platinum off that. The fans know my battles like they albums. I went platinum off smack.
It's a great third round for Mook, bro. Like, especially towards like the beginning, and he had like a little okay middle of the third, and then a great ending. So a good start of the third, good end of the third. The middle was it was cool. It had some moments here and there, but ours starts his third round, bro. Ours third round is, he was like, you know, I shook your hand and apologized for disrespecting your mom or whatever. You know, I shouldn't have done that. And then he kind of like did, not really a psych out lied, but he kind of flipped it and was just on some fuck your mom shit.
I looked you in your eyes, I shook your hand, and I apologized for crossing that line. Because you're right. I don't know what I'd do if I woke up tomorrow, Mook, and I couldn't talk to my mom. Well, don't know that feeling. Parents got all the mine. You better look up and say how you feel to that bitch. Ain't that how you speak to God all the time?
And that's why everybody in the chat was just like, that shit was whack as hell. It was just corny the way he set it up. It was a wrong timing to hear it. Mook gave you basically like 3 really good rounds, and then you come with the disrespect was just, it wasn't even like no cleverly written shit. And this was what I was warning y'all about Ars. I said, Ars gonna come with some disrespect, but it's not. When you got a nigga that's rapping his ass off, and Ars did a good job of keeping up with Mook rapping, especially in rounds 1 and 2. When you got a nigga that's rapping so well, you can't come, he's already clowning you on this is what you're known for. He basically spent a whole round saying you're just known for shock value. People know you for what they're surprised you said, not because it's dope, just because you reach for so much disrespect that is what made you who you are. You're the king of disrespect. I'm the king of battle rap. We're different kings. People like me for what I say, and people like you for what you are willing to say. That's more of a shock value thing.
You obtain some fame off saying the things that no rapper should. My name became synonymous with the game for saying things no other rapper could.
So he goes through this whole thing, and Ars just feeds into it in a third, bro. Like, his third is really just trash. Like, but it's typical Ars. But it's like, oh, fuck your mom, and you gotta look up to your mom, say hello to your mom. You know, when you pray to God at night and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, bro, if you was going to do that, bro, you had to do that in the first round. You had to get that shit out the way. You let Mook set you up. Mook set you up on base. Yo, I can't reiterate how smart Mook is, bro. He basically spent this battle telling y'all that Arsonal got bars. He's just known for the shit he's willing to say that's shock value. And Ars plays into it by being disrespectful in the third round and just being crazy. And it wasn't even cleverly written. So it's just kind of like the fact that you went there, and he went there so blatantly, like, yo, man, fuck your mom. Da, 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 da. When you pray to God at night, you know, make sure you pray to her. You make sure you say hello to her. It was just so random and just out of nowhere. The nigga was like really spitting dope shit rounds 1 and 2. And then he gets into this bullshit in the third. And it played into the fact that Mook say, this is what you're known for. I'm like, yo, man, Mook set him up, bro. When niggas talk about niggas with angles, Mook set him up. Mook said, you're gonna be disrespectful. You're gonna talk about this whole How I'm Living series you got. It's all about me. You're gonna talk about how I'm living. I'm gonna play on the fact that you don't have a problem with the cops because you're cool with L Wisdom. I'm going to introduce that angle to diffuse your angle. That shit he said about Mook crib, none of that shit hit, bro. None of that shit hit. And the crowd was definitely on Mook's side, which I knew they was going to be as well. Mook has been in Detroit before. He's cool with Cal, all this kind of stuff. And he won a whole tournament out in Detroit, back with Quest McCody and Marvel and back in the day. Also in the third round, after the whole disrespect thing, he tried to introduce a new angle, basically trying to say Mook left college because he had sexually assaulted a female. He tried to use me as a punchline. You know, Ars is funny. I literally shook Ars' hand at Max out. That's just how like weird these niggas are. These niggas will do anything to win a battle. I'm standing at max out and Ars is in front of me. He turns around, he sees me, he sticks his hands out and says, "Oh, what's up?" and buys and shakes my hand. And then what are we? Max out was like a year. This is about a year after Max Out 3. So a year later, after shaking my hand, he decides he wants to use me as a punchline. Ars, if you ever felt like I really sexually assaulted someone, you would never shake my hand when you see me. But that's what you did. I didn't come up to you. Let's be very, very clear. I never came up to you. You came up to me and shook my hand on some "What's up, Chris?" I know me and you got history with an untold truth. I've been in your crib before, all this kind of stuff. You came up to me unprovoked and shook my hand. And then you used me in a punchline. Like, bro. That's like a mark out, man. It's like a mark. You can't shake my hand and diss me. That's like you mark yourself out doing that. I don't know. These niggas is crazy. These niggas will do anything to win a battle. But anyway, it's like I say every other time, it's hard to introduce new angles in a battle. I say that a lot of times. It's hard to introduce. So now you basically say Mook was in college. I guess he was playing ball, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to basically say that he left school early because he sexually assaulted a female. But there's no proof. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's ever said it in a battle before. That's not anything that we know him of. So what do we make of your third round? It's just you're the king of disrespect. And anytime you're the king of disrespect, sometimes you're willing to go places no other person to go. So you make people not even believe this angle because you just say anything. So I don't know what to make of that angle. Like clearly he didn't go to jail for anything. So I don't know. It's just a stupid thing to do. You waited 13 years to come with a stupid angle to be overly disrespectful about his mom, like really disrespectful, like on some psych I lied, fake stuff where you fake apology. You waited 13 years to get 30, bro. That's literally what you did. You waited 13 years to get 30.
Chris, bias. Man, subscribe to the channel, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. Chris, bias.